Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. It's been a long time since I've made a video for many reasons, and most of them being, I don't know what I want to make. I don't really know what I want to do. I don't know what I want to, how I want to play here. One sec, let me up the in-game volume a little bit, because since I'm probably making this, I'm going to be uploading it to YouTube. I'm not really going to have the access that I normally would have of other, like music. I don't listen to music, watch streams, shit like that. So I'm not really going to have access to that since I'm going to upload it just for fun. But what I want to do is, I thought about making an ultimate Iron Man for World of Warcraft. And try and put as many restrictions on myself as possible in regards to... well, not maybe as many, but enough restrictions to where there's somewhat tedium and difficulty involved in doing things for fun. And most of this actually got spurned off of, I've been really enjoying a YouTuber named Settled, does a lot of RuneScape content, has been doing an account called Swampletics, an Ultimate Iron Man that's restricted to a certain area in RuneScape, and there's very specific exceptions for that would block him out of content. And he makes fantastic videos, and I highly fucking doubt my videos are going to be anywhere near as good, because I'm just kind of fucking around doing this, right? He's a bit more planned than I am. So the idea is, as far as the Ultimate Iron Man is concerned for World of Warcraft, is there's a couple things in tedium and difficulty that lower that a lot. There's bags, there's banks, there's the fact that any currency that I have isn't lost on death, or that there's any kind of, or there's plentiful amounts of gear that I could probably buy off the auction house to make it easier to level and do things and get things. But bypassing that kind of stuff, bypassing that kind of content isn't really what I'm looking for. I'm still going to have fun and mess around with this. This could be something I do once or twice. You could see a video every day of it. You could see a video maybe once a month. Maybe I'll stop. I honestly don't know. I'll do it for as long as I like. That's kind of how I do things. But here are the restrictions I've come up with for the Ultimate Iron Man account. No banks. No quests. No purchasing any additional bag space. All bags must come specifically through drops. No dungeons. And actually, as far as no dungeons is concerned, I think I want to be more specific in saying no parties. This will be 100% solo. If I do want to do a dungeon, for example, there is a ring in Shadowfang Keep. That's okay. It's got some strength and some stamina. And I might be able to solo that boss of the dungeon to get it. At level 40, if I get there, and if my gear is good enough to do it. Now, what about gear? I've thought about this a little bit, and I think drops are fine. Any quality of drop. I know some people do more restrictions in regards to only white gear or only crafted gear. You can't use any other types. And I've thought of that, but because I would only do solo-only content with no quests, getting a lucky drop is fun, and being able to work towards a new piece of gear that I can craft myself is fun. So that's what I'm going to do. Also, unless I absolutely need to, I will not be using engineering at all. No grenades, no trinkets, no fire bombs, none of that stuff. And this is mainly going to be done on the beta. None of this is going to be done. I might do this as well when Classic comes out, if people want it. Maybe I'll do it on the side for fun. But this is mostly a fun side thing to do for me, that I can provide, or I can make some form of content that's not only on stream specifically. This is going to be something I'm going to be doing specifically off stream. There will be no off stream grinding or anything. So if you want to, you can join with me on the goofs and things that we do. So, character, obviously Maddox. Maddox UIC for Ultimate Iron Man. And let's of course get the skin color going. Need the right face. This one, let's get the ponytail. Some people like this a lot. I know a lot of people like this hairstyle, but I like the ponytail. Go red. And as far as piercings, nah. Because this entitles no quest, we will be doing a lot of grinding. We will be doing a lot of mainly just grinding, that kind of thing. Now, how we edit these is the interesting thing that I'm thinking of.
The Orcish horde was corrupted by the Burning Legion and lured to the world of Azeroth. For generations, the orcs waged war upon the human kingdoms of Stormwind and Lord
Gul'dan's an asshole.
Though the horde was ultimately defeated, a visionary young war chief named Thrall rose to lead his people in their darkest hour. Under Thrall's rule, the orcs freed themselves from the chains of demonic corruption and embraced their shamanistic heritage. After years of wandering, the orcs founded their own kingdom.
But we are also playing warrior, who is specifically gear dependent.
In the warrior city of Orgrimmar,
because I like warriors.
They stand ready to destroy all who would challenge their supremacy. As a proud defender of Durotar, it is your duty to crush your enemies, both seen and unseen. For the nefarious agents of the Burning Legion still wander the land.
So I like how the premise of being a better orc is under the pretense of, guess what, Burning Legion still might be a problem. Get fucking ready for it. I was like, okay. But, so we're gonna go with auto loop. I'm gonna turn this off. So, like I said, oh wow, that's louder than I thought. No quests. And we're going to just be straight up grinding for levels. We will be training skills, of course. Be silly not to train skills, right? This is actually louder than I thought it was gonna be. Wow. Maybe it's just loud to me. But this is just something that I wanted to do. I'm not sure exactly how I'm gonna edit this. I don't know if I want to do it freeform. I don't really know if I want to do more fully edited content. Because if I do full edited content, depending on what I'm doing, I might get maybe 5 minutes worth of usable video to 30 hours of whatever I was doing, depending on the drop rate, depending on what I'm working for. I'm not really sure. But the other thing is that when it comes to vendors, right? There are a decent amount of vendor weapons and stuff you can get too. And that's also something I want to give myself restriction on. I want everything to be drops or everything to be crafted. And that's where the fun's kind of really going to come in for me, at least. Well, fun for now. We'll see. We'll see how much I like it. Oh, our first piece of armor, the ragged leather vest. Absolutely wonderful. In the early levels for a warrior especially, I've been doing some speedrunning. And in speedrunning with through questing, I can get to level 10 in about an hour and about 2 hours. Also, macros are fine because they're fine. There's nothing wrong with macros. But where stuff's gonna kind of come in as far as tedium is concerned, I think, is of course inventory space. Now, inventory space is going to be incredibly important, and as a restriction on myself. I'm not going to buy any bags. There will be 0 bag purchases because purchasing bags is super important. And our first level, wowee. Also to note, I am leveling on the classic beta because there's not really much going on the beta right now. There's nothing really too crazy happening, so I thought, let's have some fun, let's mess around and do this. And cloth gloves, yikes. It's better than nothing, though. Doing good. But this is definitely something I can just kind of chill and talk to people and just do random stuff. Honestly, like, content like this, it becomes more like a podcast than anything else. Here, let me lower my volume a little bit. I think it's a bit too high. It's more like a podcast than anything else, isn't it? Because there's not really, like, a lot going on. Because I used to do, like, a, male boots. It's a big upgrade. Because I used to do a I called it Ox Talks, because I'm like, oh man, everybody's got their own fancy name for shit. Oh, I gotta have a nice, cool, fancy name to do anything, right? And I was like, oh man, I need to get a good name. People want to click on it, check the shit out, but really, I just like doing this stuff for fun. And I think one of the downfalls of me thinking about YouTube stuff and thinking about streaming stuff is that I kind of sucked the fun out of it myself. I wasn't really having a lot of fun with it. But when I was just, cause like people, you kind of get caught up in the whole streaming as a business thing. And while it's kind of a business, at the same time, I want to play fucking video games and have fun, you know? I want to do goofy things. I want to do fun things. I want to raid, and then, like, I hear a story, like, for example, through Soda Poppin', he's actually, the guild I'm applying for is, should I even say it's his guild? Because I don't even know if it's his guild. I think it's just a guild that he's in with his it's just a guild with, like, him and his friends, and they're gonna need more people for the raid team, so I think I'm probably gonna apply and go for that. Just because it seems like a lot of fun. Soda seems like a super cool guy, and there's a lot of people around him that I'd like to be able to talk to and hang out with. So I just want to have fun playing the game, and a lot of those people just seem like some fun people to play the game with. So more than anything, that's kind of what I'm looking for. And gear in specific is the main thing that I think I want to kind of, not really worried about, but that I want, is I just want a bunch of people who want to kill some bosses to show up. Because the reality of it is, like, if you listen to Preach Gaming at all, he's another guy I watch. He does drama. What's the full name of it? What's the full name of it, man? Drama. My brain's fucking up because when I say drama, all I can think of is all the cartoons I used to watch. Because, like, in BC and, like, Wrath of the Lich King, all I did was play WoW. And because my parents were divorced, I was at one of their houses. I just play WoW all weekend, and I would watch Cartoon Network. So, like, I say, think of drama, and all I could think of is Total Drama Island. And that stupid fucking Cartoon Network bullshit. It was great, but it was fucking stupid, right? But, what does Preach call it? I'm actually, one sec, let me just look for this. What does he call it? Preach Gaming Drama Time. And there's all kinds of different stories about WoW, stories about real life, all kinds of fun stories. I supported him, and I bought a shirt. It's got the fucking Drama Llama shit on it. It's great. I'd highly recommend if you're looking for some good, not necessarily like, I don't want to be like, ooh, drama, but just some fun stuff to listen to. Preach is a very, what's the right word? He's a very fun man. He's very, even though he's, do I even want to say older? Because he's not like that old. but he seems like an awesome dude. And I think I like, one of the reasons I think I started streaming and maybe thought about making videos and shit like that is a lot of people go, ooh, pants, nice. There's a lot of people will talk about, inventory's almost full, preposterous. A lot of people will talk about their, oh man, I'm so bad with words. Well, a lot of people talk about the money that comes from streaming, right? Oh, you make the big money. Oh, you make ninja money, right? All that kind of shit. Like, oh, it's so good, man. It's so big. It's so great. But I think one of the reasons why I kind of look towards streaming is level 3. There we go. Let's keep on plugging along. Is that I just want to, like, these seem like awesome people that I like to be friends with more than anything else. It has a lot, it has very little to do with being, I mean, it has very, very little to do with, the money and shit like that. Because the money's nice, and the unfortunate reality of doing something that's like YouTube or doing something streaming related. Interestingly enough, these boars actually drop a ton of trash drops that are worth a lot of copper compared to the vile humanoids over there. So the unfortunate reality is the world takes money. And if you want to keep doing what you're doing, no matter what it is, you're gonna need money to do it. So you need money, right? You need money to do stuff, you need money to... Ooh. Oh shit, the first gear destroyed because of no bag space. But more armor. You need money to do stuff. You need money to get food. You need money to live, really. It's just how it is. It's not really a good thing or a bad thing, really. It just is. I personally don't like, especially in my stream, like, people have donated and subbed and stuff like that. I personally, while I appreciate the contribution and the support, I really appreciate it. It's really awesome. Like, for example, subscriptions on Twitch. I care more about opening up more emote slots so I can have more random bullshit for emotes and a bunch of weeb shit. I care more about that than I do about the fucking subs. Like, I don't... Money's money, right? If I need money, I can work. I can earn it. I mean, shit, I think I gifted my... I did an anonymous gift of, like, 20 subs just to open up more... fucking, more slots. Emote slots. Because I'm like, man, I want some more anime bullshit. I'm even having an entire emote that I already paid for and was finished, completely redesigned. Completely redone and redesigned. Just because I'm like, man, I want it to look like some more degenerate anime garbage. And we just learned our first skill. Our first skill of many in classic WoW, our rank 1 Battle Shout. Incredibly good. You can see Battle Shout gives us 16 attack power. Interestingly enough, even though you got more ranks of Battle Shout, so you get Battle Shout rank 2 and 3 and shit like that, for example, your spells still did level up as you went up. So, for example, as we go on, I'll show it. See, I'm hitting 13s, but not hitting 16s, so of course it's more damage. But, excuse me. Drinking a ginger ale from my roommate. It's quite delicious, but makes me burp. But your skills do level up as you level. Like, they do gain additional potency as you level. I'm not sure about stuff like Heroic Strike, but I've noticed that Battle Shout, for example, like, I think at level 4, even though I don't technically level this up to rank 2, I think it goes up to 17 attack power instead of 16. So you're always, even though it's not much, you're always feeling the little bits of increased power for your character. I think that's why I like vanilla. I think that's why people really like vanilla, is that even in raiding, like, you do the raid, but you don't get any drops. But your character is still progressing. You're still doing things. And raiding, of course, you're, as you do raiding, you will for sure... Now, what is it? You'll get gear. You will get gear by raiding. And the fact of the matter is, for example, the guild I'm looking for, talking about the guild with Soda Poppin', he's probably gonna have friends. Some of his friends are probably gonna play Warrior, right? And if I'm in their main raid group, hey, guess what? They're his friends. They're probably gonna get the gear before me. That's probably what's gonna happen. And that's fine. It's a guild for mainly him and his friends. And like I said, I started doing this kind of stuff because I really like to and wanted to be these guys' friends, right? So hopefully, maybe I'll get some gear if we become friends. I don't actually think it's gonna go down that way, that only his friends and that group of friends gets gear. I'm pretty sure they're gonna be very fair with how everything goes out. Like, of course, main tank gets the gear first because main tank needs the gear. Shit like that for raiding. And that his friends might get better gear just because of they're his friends, right? But I'm assuredly they're going to be quite fair about how everything works, because you still need 40 fucking people to show up to kill a boss. And they're not going to do stupid shit that's going to make people leave. I'm, of course, already going into it going, it's probably going to be a while before I get a fucking raid drop. But at the same... that's just random thoughts. And it's actually weird. I'm sitting here talking about this shit and I'm going, maybe I should apologize for rambling about this random shit that doesn't fucking matter. And I'm not, because it's my content. Because, like I said, it's more of a podcast format where I'm just talking random bullshit. Because it's what I like to do. It's what I like to do, man. If I'm gonna be talking this much, I don't even know. And I think what I might do is stuff like this, where I'm just talking randomly, especially early on. Early on, there's not really gonna be much else to do but talk, right? Because it's just getting gear, farming stuff, farming enough silver. For example, these Vile Familiars, one of the only things in this area of the Valley of Trials that drops raw copper and has a chance to drop and just drop some gear. But the main thing is, because they drop raw copper, that copper's not taking up an inventory space, and they're about level 3, level 4. So, because of how the game mechanics work, I'm probably going to want to be level 5, about level 5, maybe level 6 before I leave here. But I'm probably going to grind to about level 5, because once you become... Because once you're 2 levels over something, you see how it's yellow there? That turns green because it's so easy for you to kill, basically, within the game system. And because it's so easy for you to kill, you don't get as much experience, and yada yada, so it's better to grind on things that are kind of close to your level, mainly a level below, maybe 2, depending on what you're grinding. And in reality, I'm not sure exactly how I'm gonna do this, because like I said, drops are okay, crafting is okay. So first and foremost, I will be going mining and blacksmithing, because I'm gonna... it's a warrior, you'll craft your own gear and fight with it, and all that fun shit, which is fun. But the thing to note is, I have limited bag space. All of the ore that I'm going to mine, bag space. Tools for crafting, blacksmithing tools, bag space. I did mention vendor items before, and that's one thing I wanted to touch on. So for like example, right now my axe is 1.4 DPS. There's a 4.3 DPS axe that costs about 5 silver in Sajin Village off the vendor. Level 4. So it costs about 5 silver off the vendor, right? that axe is really good. In my speed leveling routes, I get that you get that axe every single time because the axe is so good. It's just so good, man. You can't pass it up. It does so much damage. It's so strong. Even though it's white quality, I will not be purchasing it because I'm not going to be able to get it, right? But, so we're talking in terms of bag space for crafting professionals. So the reason why it gets kind of interesting is that you still have to level those professions, right? So I'm going to have to craft stuff I'm probably not even going to be able to use. Bum, bum, bum. Frayed pants versus destroyed item. But, so like, for example, in mining, you're going to have to get flux to craft certain things. For blacksmithing, you need flux, but sometimes for mining, like, you need to make steel, for example, you're going to need coal, and you're going to need... oh, what's it called? You're going to need iron and coal to make steel items. Now, if I can find a mob... I'm pretty sure there is, but if I can find a farmable mob that has coal in the drop table, I will go farm the coal. I will not buy it from the vendor. But for example, if I was, for example, the flux that drops, I'm very the flux that you need for leveling or you crafting some items, I'm pretty sure that flux doesn't drop anywhere. I mean, I'll double check the database to see if it's farmed anywhere, but I don't think I can actually farm that anywhere. So items like that it's required to craft things, I will make an exception for. But early on, my best bet is probably going to be getting a new container. It's my level 40 warrior has basically level 40 best in slot. But like, for example, one thing that I might need to do is on my warrior to kill level 44-ish, 44, 45 mobs. To kill those mobs, I need to have a fishing level high enough to use my fishing skill on melee attacks with a fishing pole to be able to hit those mobs consistently enough to kill them, right? We might level fishing. We might use that system if we need to farm a specific job. But there are some things that are out of my hands and out of my control as far as farming that are frankly be impossible things to farm. If the mob is level 50 and I don't have a way to really farm it or get to it, then we're kind of shit out of luck, right? And as far as a restriction that will go is defensive stance and berserker stance in specific. I will do the quests for those so I can have them, because that locks me out of full-on abilities that I can use, right? So those things are quests I will complete, but maybe specifically I should be able to specifically do class. No, because if I'm able to specifically do class quests, that opens up access to Whirlwind Axe, and that thing is even best in slot at level 40, and that might trivialize some of the content and what I'm trying to do with this account. So I don't think it should be everything. Like, I don't think I should be able to do brutal armor quests. I don't even think the armor's that good, but like, even so, having level blue armor around that is good. So I think I won't do. There will be no Whirlwind Axe, and there will be no none of that stuff. Actually, do I destroy my Hearthstone? Hmm. I can use Flight Pass. Flight Pass are okay. But should I destroy my Hearthstone? Is that something I shouldn't have? Because it takes up an inventory spot. That's kind of weird, right? Something fun to think about. Do I destroy the Hearthstone and gain that inventory slot? Or do I keep the Hearthstone and not use it so it's an even more of a burden? I mean, what? So, I mean, the main advantage it's going to give me is once an hour, it's going to allow me to go back to, like, Orgrimmar, for example. And that might defeat the purpose of the tedium of what I'm doing. Now, another thing that I could do, if I wanted to, is I could also get, skinning, and I could sell the skins. That's a tactic people do use leveling vanilla. They will get skinning as a profession and then sell the skins, but based on how everything's going, I think I'm gonna have to, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that. But I do think that mining and blacksmithing, I'm gonna have to, yeah, I'll just keep those. It's gonna be good and useful to have. So no regular bank, no auction house, none of that stuff. It's just gonna be a grand old time, really. Now with quests, you can level obviously a lot faster. My quickest speedrun route, completing the quests in this zone outside of a select few, is it's 12:41, and completing this quest zones being just about level 5 and exiting the area. Uh-oh, multiple mobs. Let's pop that Blood Fury. Let's get serious. But I am looking forward to the bit of goofiness involved in doing a challenge like this. I'm getting close to level 5. Once I leave level 5, that's when stuff kind of starts opening up for me. So when I leave level 5, I'm gonna go start farming the scorpions around here. These scorpions drop, a 95 copper, gray item that sells for, well, it sells for 95 copper, but it has an 18% drop chance, so it's kind of shitty. But that's okay. Because my main goal right now is to get mining and blacksmithing. And to get each profession, I need 10 silver apiece. The other thing to note that's going to make it a little more difficult is, early on at least, I'm probably going to have to... I'm going to have to keep my mining pickaxe with me all the time, so that's going to take up an inventory slot. And I'm going to have to keep my... I don't have to keep my blacksmith hammer, but because I don't want to rebuy it every... No, if I'm gonna go farming and then come back, I think I need every inventory slot I can get, so I might be selling my blacksmith hammer every single time. Ooh, mail bracers. Gimme, gimme. There's actually a video I was watching the other day talking about drop rates between private servers and classic WoW. And the overall consensus was that private servers dropped more bags, but classic WoW drops a lot more, like, gear and armor, which I thought was interesting. Now, let's see. How much XP per piece do these guys give me? Find out once I kill this guy. Because this is actually early leveling circuit going all the way through here. These respawn, so you could technically just farm around and around in here if you needed to. But overall, right now, my goal is get skills and get that copper, get that silver requirement for mining. That's why the scorpions are so important, because they drop a lot of trash items.
Inventory is full.
That'll be very important to getting that early money required to start getting those skills. Mining in particular, since it takes a while to level. And there we have it, level 5. These guys aren't too worth me killing as of now. So I think I'm just gonna run out of here. Head on back down to Valley Trials. But I think I'm gonna keep the Hearthstone. It's gonna eat up an inventory slot, but as a tool, it will save me time personally overall with like Flight Pass and shit if I'm out on the other continent grinding or looking for stuff. So overall, I think we'll do good. And what length should I make these episodes? I don't actually know. I don't know. Like, because one thing I could do is I could just play normally and then add in stuff in post, like not talk at all sometimes, and add in what do you call that? I don't remember what the term for it is, but you basically add in
May your blade never dull.
you add in come on, brain. Come on, brain, you can do this. Charge and rend. Awesome. Charge is really useful for getting around, and rend does a large amount of damage per rage at this early level. Because you can see I'm basically, for 15 rage, I'm getting 11 damage, but for 10 rage, I'm getting 15 damage. So it's pretty good. And I will be getting, and of course if I can ever have the money for it, I'll get a mount. I'll work towards getting a mount. It's going to be hard because I'm going to be doing nothing but grinding mobs all the time. But I am certainly looking forward to this, doing this thing. And, well, like I said, the frequency of it might be, so the way my work schedule is, might be, could be one every couple days, could be maybe once a week, something like that. I'm not sure. If I'm ever really not sure what I want to do, I might just jump on this account, or jump on this character, and just start grinding stuff out, chilling, talking. You never know. In reality, I wonder, even when doing this, who is this content even for? And the truth be told, this content is for me. It's not, this isn't really for anybody. If there's people there that like it, it's awesome. But this content is definitely just for me to chill with. Ah, the scorpion grind. These little bastards. How many eyes they drop will really change how fast I'm able to start really getting stuff going. Because once I get mining, I can get copper, and then I can farm these guys while also farming a little bit of copper up, which isn't gonna allow me to excuse me. Which isn't just gonna allow me to make my own gear and just get those upgrades, right? Yeah, because there's some restrictions people do where you can't do You can't wear a certain quality of gear, like you only wear white gear, shit like that. But because I'm relying on pure drops and crafting, I think it goes with the ultimate Iron Man feel. Oh no. Oh no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Not like this. Not like this. Get the fuck away from me. No. No, it's another one. No, god damn it. Oh, I'm lucky these mobs have a very low run speed, which allows you to outrun them. Oh, man. That's the one thing I'm not sure what I'm gonna do for the death penalty. I know some people have done iron, like, hardcore type styles where if you die, you'll lose your character. But fuck that, man. Fuck that. That is... I hate that kind of stuff. I hate losing. Like, losing some progression is okay as a caveat to messing up and dying. But losing your character is the worst. I never play any hardcore, like, Diablo type systems. The thought of losing my character, losing literally everything, it just feels bad, man. The thought of it just feels real bad. So far, because here's the thing, so I've killed the scorpions, right, and gotten 5 stingers. 5 stingers is worth 40 copper, whereas one single of those eyes is worth 95. Now, the other thing, if I run out of scorpions in this little area to farm that I can do as well, is there's mobs on the beach that drop gray items that can also sell. One drops for 15 copper, and the other drops for about 46, maybe? Is what I think that might be. I don't remember fully. But I will get the copper. I will get the farm on. But times like this is when I wonder exactly how I want to edit things. I don't know. Because maybe I'll just speed up the grind.
Out of range.
Not talk or say anything and just grind out for a bit. And just speed up the grind and just speed up the footage. Because I'm just farming. But the other thing is I might consider keeping this kind of more unedited long form, just kind of chill content. We're just kind of talking and hanging out, just talk about random stuff, being my own variation of a podcast. That's what I was more thinking of. Because who knows, I might want to jump on and just farm something for 20 minutes and then talk while farming. And with that being the case, I think if there's something that I specifically want to farm, I might move my character over to the spot of where I want to farm before. Just so we have something going on in the background while things are happening. But those are little things that can be ironed out as we go. Nothing too crazy. Now, here in Senjin Village is what I was talking about with the, what do you call it? With the axe, because you go and talk to this guy. And this axe, 4.3. As you can see, it does 3 times the damage as the axe I currently have. Now, in terms of repairs, I thought about as well whether or not I was going to allow myself repairs, but
Spirits be with you, man.
what's the point of gear if I can't repair it? Like, if my gear wears down, and I mean, I could do it to where if my gear wears down in durability, I could like remake it or recraft it or maybe have to refarm it. But that could actually be interesting. Because that would mean none of my gear is infinite. It would wear down. I'd have to refarm or recraft what I could get. And if I got something really good, for example, like if I got a good green drop, something that wasn't crafted, maybe I would just have to straight up sell that. Weapon drop! These guys don't drop weapons often. Weapon drops off low-level mobs are very, very rare. Because, like, 46. I was right, so. Weapon drops off low-level mobs are very rare because you can see they're generally worth higher copper. Which is very good early game. Because right now my number one goal is definitely to farm up mining. Mining is certainly the first goal. So what I think I might do is might speed up this grind a little bit in post. Yeah, I think I might speed up this grind a little bit in post. Actually, something I can do as well. I'll speed up the video if I need to speed it up. Who gives a shit? That's 15 copper item. One thing I can do as well to make more consistent money is they're level 5, 6, and 7. So I think I need to grind out a level before I go over there. So I'm gonna grind out level 6, and then these mobs, it's like Tier Guard Keep or whatever. They're humanoid mobs, so they can drop money, raw money, cloth, weapons, and armor, shit like that. I think that's gonna be a gold mine for me early on. Just because one of the things I can do is I can go to Razor Hill and train first aid. What training first aid for a single copper is gonna do for me is it's going to allow me to first aid is going to allow me to turn obviously cloth into bandages, right? But bandages actually sell for more than the raw cloth itself. So if I need to make a little more raw silver, I can sell the bandages on top of the mobs. That sounds like a decent idea. And that's why I like these little challenges, just the intermittent thoughts that you have through these artificial That's big. That's a big drop right there. Oh man, my first green drop, and it's malachite. And malachite can be used to craft things. And the truth is, I don't remember exactly what I need for crafting, for blacksmithing. So I might actually need that malachite to craft myself an upgrade. Oh. It's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be good. I don't know. It's still in the back of my mind whether or not I'm going to allow myself to repair gear. So I think I will allow myself to repair gear, but then the question comes in terms of, once again, what do I want to do as a death penalty? One thing that I guess I could do is each one of these slots has an actual number representative. Here, let me see if I can pull it up and show you. Kirk. Wow. Item slot. wow, item slot numbers. Let me see if I can bring this up. Here we go. So, just as a show of a display, this is what the item slots are, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. So what I think I might do is I think I might put my... I might make go to a random number generator, and if I die, I go between 1 and 18, and I roll it until I have a piece of gear that it lands on the number of, and I have to delete that piece of gear. Is what I'm probably going to do for a death penalty. Because I don't like not having... I don't... Like, there should be a penalty for dying. Oh, there's a copper node. Oh, there's a copper node, but I can't get any copper. Man, I really got to get that. I really got to get mining. But that malachite has me excited for the things to come. Right there it is. That's what I'm looking for. The dry scorpid eye. 18% drop rate. Almost an entire silver in an item. What an absolute unit of an item. But, anyhow. Let's see how far this kind of series goes. Still debating exactly how I want to speed things up. I think I'll do it kind of like how Settle does it, right? Where he speeds things... Oh, fuck. Please bleed to death. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Please eat food. So I think I might kind of do it like Settle does, where he basically fast forwards through it. Like, he'll probably talk normally through stuff, but if there's nothing really going on, he'll probably fast forwards through it. And then, has it go back to normal speed when stuff actually happens. Though early on, I don't know. We'll see. I'll try and figure something out so you guys can enjoy it. But right now, our goal, the goal of all goals. Dude, fuck, it's 2 a.m. already? The goal of all goals is going to be working towards that mining, working towards getting our first copper, but that malachite drop is something to behold. Another thing I think I should note as well is when I do log off and don't play this character, there is a system in-game available where you can gain bonus XP by sleep resting in an inn. When you rest in an inn, you get bonus XP over time. Well, it stacks up extra XP. But anywho, I do have work in the morning. So, I need to be up in about 7 hours. So I should probably get some sleep. But anyway, thank you so very much for watching. I need to figure out exactly what I'm going to do as far as editing is concerned. I'll get it figured out. But, I'll catch you later, guys. Thank you very much. And thank you for enjoying my bullshit. Bye.